Here in our community on the Cap Coast, we've got a number of published, award-winning bush poets. One such is Trevor. Enjoy the story as Trevor reads his poem, The Cuckoo's Nest.
Now, Paddy was a scholar, and as Irish as could be, who had gone to university and gained a PhD, who had messed around with many jobs and, though this might sound queer, finally heard his calling and became an engineer. He spent his time designing streets and roads and motorways, bridges, footpaths, bus zones and numerous stopping bays. He had a mate named Seamus who was not as bright as he, yet he owned a natty sports car and a villa by the sea. Oftentimes on weekends one could find the pair together, fishing, surfing, drinking, depending on the weather. Each had a bent for trivia, and they'd test each other out with quizzes, Scrabble, board games. Who lost, obliged to shout. Their libraries overflowed with books of triviality, Reader's Digest, dictionaries, tomes of poetry, Oz and ancient history, and of course biographies, composers, authors, sports folk, and those who sailed the seas. Geography and science book took place beside the arts, iconic spots around the world, human body parts. Usually in the afternoons they'd sit and watch The Chase, Deal or No Deal, Family Feud, or any other place that was beaming out a quiz show. They searched the internet, storing every tidbit of new knowledge they could get. A light bulb moment in their lives led them to have a go at making squillions. Paddy entered the popular trivia show. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? He gained a vacant seat and joined with several other folk determined to compete for the top prize of $1 million, more dough than they could spend. Paddy put up Seamus as his choice for Phone a Friend. The show began, then one by one contestants fell away. Paddy found himself alone, the last one left to play. No matter what the subject was, he got the answer right. The crowd was hushed in silence as the big prize came in sight. The quiz compere picked up the card and, once he'd scanned the words, said, "Paddy, here's the question. I am naming you 4 birds. Swallow, pigeon, cuckoo, wren. One doesn't build a nest. Which one? Get it correct, you'll have a mozza to invest." His eyes popped out, his throat went dry, his breathing shortened length. He knew a lot about a lot, but birds were not his strength. The compere read the words again, and at the question's end, Paddy muttered nervously, "I'll have to phone my friend." The dial tone echoed through the room till Seamus said, "Hello, it's Paddy here. I'm in some strife. I'll read the question slow." Seamus took the question in and, trying not to shout, said, "Paddy, it's the cuckoo. Of that I have no doubt." "Begorra, Seamus, that was quick. But are you really sure? $1 million are at stake. I'll win it if I score." "A cuckoo doesn't build a nest. I'm sure as I can be. Don't even think to gamble. Lock in the answer, C." Bells and whistles filled the air, as did many strands of glitter. On getting the answer right on birds, Paddy felt the urge to twitter. When celebration settled down, he quizzed his phone friend out. "You amaze me, Seamus. Cuckoo? C? How come you had no doubt?" "'Twas easy, Paddy." What came next left our champion in shock. "Every cuckoo I have seen was living in a clock."